All right, traders, before we begin, just want to state our disclaimers that this is for training and entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Now, that being said, we're on the XRP USD chart, and another cool tip on how to trade, guys, is using a higher time frame versus a lower one. So on the left-hand side, we have the 30-minute chart of XRP, and then on the right hand side we have the 10-minute chart, and I'm going to go down to one more notch lower. I'm going to go to the 5-minute chart. Now, it doesn't really matter if it's 10 minutes or 5 minutes, but I rather trade, or I should say enter my trades on the 2-minute chart or the 5-minute chart. Both are fine, it doesn't matter. But what I want to point your attention to is the left side of the screen. So this strategy or system will work on any chart. Could be the stock chart, could be the forex, the futures, the commodities. It doesn't matter. However, we're on the XRP chart. So on the left hand side we have the 30-minute chart, and I just want to point to you a few things, point out to you a few things. Now we have the red line, which is the 8-period EMA, and also the 20-period moving average, which is the blue line, right? So every one of my videos, guys, you'll hear me talk about the 8-period EMA continually, because that is the natural support and resistance in my professional opinion. So if we go all the way back to the beginning of the chart, you can see how much price action respects the heck out of the 8-period EMA. However, today I just want to mention to you also how we can use the 30-minute chart as a guide for us on the lower time frame, which is the 5-minute chart. So we have the blue line, the 20-period moving average. We see that the candle, the bearish candle, broke below the 8-period EMA in this area, which is the red line, and the 20-period moving average. Now, I just want to point your direction to the bottom of the chart in this area. So we have this thing that looks like the RSI, which is not. It is the CCI. Now that is called the Commodities Channel Index. So what it does, it gives you the momentum of the moves and tells you the probability of when the market will pivot or change direction, right? And also to the very bottom we have this histogram looking thing. This is called the momentum squeeze oscillator by Lazy Bear, which is an individual on your TradingView. So this is an indicator that was designed by an individual. So there are different variations of this particular indicator, but this one works very well. One of the key things is that there's a color change, not just from green to red, but it goes, as you can see. Let me zoom in a little bit, make it a little bigger for you guys so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. You see how it's green, and then it goes from bright green to dark green to bright green again. That tells you the momentum of the move in the markets. So even though we have a greenish color in this area, it shows that it's dark green. Now, dark green means that even though we're bullish, the strength of the bulls are kind of tapering off, right? So that's going to give you a heads up. So what might happen is that we might go from dark green to red, to bright red. So bright red means that the bears are definitely taking back the markets and are in charge for the moment. All right. So if you were, for example, an options trader, for example, now you would see the dark green coming in. That might tell you that you might want to place a put option right in the area. However, we're not talking about options today. We're talking about trading directly on the XRP, right? So as we can see on the 30-minute chart, price closed below the the 8-period EMA, and also we have the CCI where the the line went below the negative 100 line. So guys, when it comes to the CCI, it comprises of two parallel lines, right? So we have the negative 100 line in this area, which we use most often, and also the positive 100 line in this area right here. So we look at the relationship of where the CCI line is in regards to those two lines. So whenever the CCI line crosses over the negative 100 line to the downside, we know that the bears are definitely in charge, and there is a strong probability that there's going to be a strong push to the downside. So how does that help us on the lower time frames? So if we are, for example, looking to short the markets, the higher time frames is not enough, right? We have a eagle's eye view of what is going on. So I want to trade on the lower time frames. So let's go to the right hand side of the chart. So as we can see, when would have been a good time to trade the markets, right? So we establish on the left hand side that we're very bearish. So at what point did that start to happen? So as we can go over to the right hand side, we notice that simultaneously, guys, the on the 5 minute chart, we had a strong bearish elephant bar in this area. So what we can say is that simultaneously is that the consensus of the market is that we are in bearish territory. We are in a bearish position because both candlesticks on the right hand side and the left hand side are below their respective negative 100 line in the CCI, and they're below the 8-period EMA, the red line, and they're below the 20-period moving averages. So on both sides, we have established that the position is negative. So that being said, where would we place our trades? As soon as we see a elephant bar that's cleared this area on the left hand side on the 5 minute chart, that is where we would put in our order to sell the markets, right? So we would enter it in this position. So we would put our stop loss right above the top side of the chart. So wherever we see the spike, we could put our stop loss in that area, or we can put our stop loss above the structure. So as price progress downwards, we would watch the price action very closely, and what we want to see is a constant close below the red line, which is the 8-period EMA. So in other words, the 8-period EMA is considered the trigger line or the T line. So that's where we want to enter our trades, and that is also where we want to exit our trades as well. So as we can see, the CCI on the 5 minute chart also is trading below the negative 100 line, right? As we can see, let me make this a little bigger for you guys. We can see it's trading below the negative 100 line. Okay, and also the momentum squeeze is all bright red. So that tells me that there's a strong bullish sentiment to the downside. Okay, so now this could work on any chart, like I said before. So for example, let's go to the forex market. We could do the Euro USD if we want. So let's see how that looks. All right, and by the time of this video, guys, it's Saturday in the afternoon, so the markets are closed. But I just want to give you an example of how accurate and how precise the 8-period EMA and the 20-period moving averages and the CCI and the momentum squeeze oscillator all work in conjunction and how accurate they are. So as we can see on the 30-minute chart on the left hand side for the Australian US dollar, we can see, for example, in this area where we have the bullish elephant bar that broke past the 8-period EMA, the red line, and the 20-period moving average. And also, if we take a look on the other side, on the right side, on the 5-minute chart, this area is where you would enter your trade. So we had that push, right? That went through the 8-period EMA on the 5-minute chart, and basically we can either buy into the strong push, or we can wait and be patient and say, you know what, let me wait for a retest in this area. So we're going to go back to that narrow state where the 8-period EMA and the 20-period moving average is close to each other. So we could either enter this area, or we could wait, be patient, and enter in this area. And just for an added confirmation, we look at the CCI. Now the CCI is trading above its positive 100 line. So this tells me that the bulls are definitely in charge. There's a strong bullish sentiment to the upside. On the histogram below, which is the momentum squeeze, we see a bright green line. So that tells me that the bulls are definitely taking charge on there, and they are definitely going to push this thing to a very, very high level. We're not sure how far it's going to go. However, that is a good sign if we were to trade in this area. So there's no guessing or feeling of where the market is going to go. Yes, that it doesn't work perfectly all the time, but this particular strategy, guys, works 87% of the time. So that tells me that every time you go to trade and you wait for these setups, you are gonna have a 87% probability wins every single time. So that means that's going to keep you consistent in the market for a very long time, and it keeps you around for forever. So we don't trade on our feelings. We live in the probability space, right? And I love this strategy because it tells you at first glance of what exactly might happen, and where the probabilities and where the sweet spot is when it comes to entering those trades. Now, in my opinion, knowing where to enter your trade is more important than when to exit. Right now, you should have some kind of idea for when you should exit the market. However, I stress more on the entries, because that is what is going to make you or break you. So you could have a really bad entry, and you could keep stopping out all the time. But using this particular strategy, I hands down is one of the best ways to trade in the markets, in my professional opinion. And I didn't come up with this idea all by myself. I've learned this from my mentors who have been around for much longer than I have, and this is how I make my money in the markets: is trading the 8-period EMA and the 20-period moving average. If there wasn't anything else, and it's only these two indicators, this is what I would use: is the 8-period EMA, the red line, and the 20-period moving average. So as an added tip, guys, with the CCI, if you were going to use it, I would recommend that you go to the TradingView platform, and then what you would do is select the CCI setting to a period of 14. So that is what I use. And also the same thing with the squeeze momentum by Lazy Bear. I would set it to 14 as well. And I see that, and I find that those settings are really useful when it comes to trading the markets on the higher time frame, and also the lower time frames. So guys, we will continue discussing in more detail these indicators, and we will also continue talking about how to trade in the market more effectively and easily with less stress. Well, guys, thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe and follow me on the next video. Bye bye now.